Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about Remix. That is a powerful tool which is specifically used for the smart contracts development, right? So let's start with this. Simply, what we have to do, we have to open the Google, just write down the Remix Solidity. So here you can find out that Remix Ethereum IDE, right? So we can download, there are two options. The first is you can directly work on the online mode, right? And second is you can download it on your system and you can work on it. So today we are going to work online mode only. So let's start with this. So when you click on the Remix Ethereum IDE, then you can find out this screen. So under this screen, this screen is further divided into the various parts. So let's start with this. So first thing is at the right side, you can find out that featured. There are a number of features provided by the Remix IDE for project development. So what type of feature you want to be used, you can select it. Accordingly, it will provide you the things. Next, there are a number of project templates also available. According to your choice, you can select any template for the working, for the development of the project, right? So here, I am going to simply use the Remix Basic. So you can find out at the left side, this is the complete small description, not complete. It's a small description related to my Remix Basics. Next, the bottom side, you can find out that featured plugins. We have already discussed in the previous lectures also that Remix provide number of plugins according to our requirement. So whatever type of plugin we required, we can select and we can use it, right? Now, this is the center part. Now you can find out there are number of options related to the files are available. That if you want to go with the new file, you have to select this. Open a file that is means that already present in your system and you want to open it, right? Next is access file system. You want to connect your system with the other system, local host, and you want to access the files. So you can use this option. Next, it provides the various platforms through which you can download, you can extract your data, you can extract your program, you can extract your project, right? So this is the 3-4 platforms are available through which you can do this. So if we move here, at the left side, the first thing is, see, the first thing is here at the top one, you can find out the home option, that is Remix Home. If you close this like this, so you can find out the various shortcut keys which are specifically used for the IDE implementation, project implementation, right? So this is the one part. If we close the home, at the bottom side, you can find out that execution part is there, terminal is there. So whatever program you are going to write, your execution will be done here only. You can find out the result here under this terminal. Now move here, you can find out the workspace here, right? So workspace that you can create by your own. Here you can create your clone, you can rename, you can download. These are the various options which are related to the workspace are available here. It's all up to you. Whenever you start writing the program under this, then you can find out that where we can use these options, right? So next one is here. Under this, you can find out there are number of options are available under the basic 4, right? So you can choose any one project template and go with this, and accordingly it will provide you the information. See, I have selected the basic 4. So under the basic 4, I am having these all informations. These are my contracts that are already built in. One thing that you have to keep in your mind that when you create a file, right, you have to mention .sol. That is Solidity extension. So you have to save your file with the .sol, right? So when you click over here, it will provide you the basic information that is already built in, right? So it provides you the basic information. See, here are two options that you notify here. The first thing is the SPDX license identifier that must be present at the top of your program, that you have to be mentioned, right? So next one is the program solidity. These are the versions that you are going to use for the writing a program. Which version you are going to use, you have to mention here. These are the two main points. After that, you can write your program. So next, there are a few options which is related to your one particular contract. You can create a new file. See, there are options. When you click over here with a right click, then you can find out the new file, new folder, download, upload file, or publish your workspace to the guest. So these are the options. When you start working on it, you will find out where you can use these options. Next one is search. So this is the one particular place from where you can search your file. Here, I don't have any file, but whenever you start working on it, you will find the number of files you have saved in your system. So you can search by these three options. There are already mentioned for your reference, that through this you can find your file. Next, if we move here, so this is the information which is related to the Solidity compiler. So here, when I click over here, so all of you can find out there are number of compilers are present here. So what type of version you are going to use for the Solidity? See here, it's mentioned that 8.2. right? And less than 9.0 means all the Solidity version that come in between these 8.2 to 9.0, you can use here. So whenever, whatever you are going to mention here, suppose you are going to mention that 8.11 or 8.6. So you have to go there and you can select 8.6 is there, 8.11 is there. You can select and you can compile your program with the help of this option, right? So next, move with the next option that is present here, which is specifically used for the deployment and running a transaction. So here, there are multiple options which are related to the deployment and run transactions. The first thing is we require to set an environment. So by default, we are Indians and we can fix up with the London. So this is used by us, right? As we have already discussed that Ethereum use the ethers. This is the cryptocurrency. So multiple cryptocurrency mentioned here. You can find out. According to your choice, you can select ether from here. This is all depend upon your program, that what type of program you are going to use and how these ethers will be used for your program. So next, that word we normally find out in the Ethereum, that gas limit. So what is this gas now? So gas is a kind of the fee, right? Which is required to successfully conduct a transaction. As we already know, there are number of transactions done under the blockchain, right? So it says that this is the fee that we require to pay for the successful conduction of the transaction. Next, it execute a contract on the Ethereum blockchain platform. This is also an important point, that which is specifically used to execute a contract on the Ethereum platform. Now question is, what is fee? So there we can reduce even, right? Here you can see that we can reduce the value of this even, increase and decrease. But how we can do this? In the coming videos, you will find out that what is the main role of this, how we can increase and decrease, right? So next it says that we require to enter the amount, right? And this amount depend on your ether, right? And under the ether, ether's value, actually not under the ether, it's ether's value. If the value is 10 raised to power minus 9 ethers, then we have to select, that is this option, right? And this option, there are multiple options are available, and you can select according to your value that you're going to be enter, right? So after this gas limit and the fee in description, next is the debugging. This is related to your program execution, right? So next option here at the left side, again, you will find out, see, there are number of plugins we have already discussed. When we click on the home button, when we start our remix, then we find out there are number of plugins. So what any plugin that we are going to use, for this we require to activate or deactivate. So anyone that we are going to use, we can activate it and we can use it. So next one is the settings. So settings, there are general settings related to the only remix environment, right? Here, different type of options are available. When you start working on it, you can find out that what type of options are there. So one that is, there are two main points which is related to this setting, the theme. So anything that a theme that you can use according to your choice. Like suppose I'm going to use the violet light. I just simply click over here, the screen color will be changed, right? This is all your choice, which one you are going to use. But I want to use the black, dark, then I just simply click over here and select it. And dark, I just simply select and use it. Next is the language. There are only two languages mentioned here. The first one is the English and the second one is the Chinese. So if you want to use the Chinese, then it can convert into the Chinese, right? You can find out here. If you are going to use the English, then you just simply use this English, right? So these type of settings you can do with your remix environment, and you can run your program according to your project, right? So this is the brief description related to the remix, that is Ethereum IDE. So thank you so much for this session. We will come with the next video. Thank you.